Welcome you all in at another session of trade life cycle. So in this session, we'll be discussing about how trade life cycle works. See, when we talk about trade life cycle, trade means transactions, and when we say transaction, it means in a stock market, bond market, or FX market. When we say transaction, it means the whatever buy and sell the counterparties want to place and execute on stock exchange or maybe in OTC market. So we will talk about that. All right. So if I categorize your trade life cycle, so you would see primarily three different segment or stages, because each and every transaction goes into there's stages only. See, if I talk about front office basically talks about pre-trade checks. Whatever pre-trade requirement would be, like maybe to check the counterparty details, funding requirement, quantity, then eyes in, security status, everything means everything that comes under your front office, including your research. Because see, before buying or selling any securities, we always perform some research. I'll give you one example as well, so very much practical example that I have for today. So I'll walk you through it, but first basically understand how your life cycle works. All right. So if I talk about front office talks about pre-trade analysis. It can be a fundamental analysis or technical analysis, so that trader or investor or fund manager will perform it before placing any trades, whether it is sell or buy, whatever it is, right? Then your research part come into picture, and then after we also take the decision as well, whether we can buy it or sell it. Then your order placement system. So finally means after the pre-trade analysis or research done, then research that buyer or seller can goes to the next stage, which is order placement system. And then finally we put the trade in the system, then broker can pass that order. So we'll discuss that process flow as well, how it works. All right. After placing or executing trades on a stock exchange or maybe exchange platform or maybe in OTC market, your middle office stage come into picture. So in a middle office, basically here you would see the platform where clearing agent platform, so where you can capture the trade, enrich the trades, validation of trades, whatever trades it was executed on a stock exchange. So same details that you can verify it. Then you can also sign documents and coordinate with counterparties for a settlement. So once your documentation and everything is ready, then your next stage come into picture, which is back office operations. So back office basically responsible for to actually record the trades in the accounting system, then clearing activities, and finally even accounting and reconciliation job also, if you have any recon process in place, so that you can match your cash balance, positions, holdings, whatever information that you want to reconcile, that you can reconcile against cash part. Because here basically job come into picture, like delivery versus fees or payment, you can say, or delivery versus receipt, so that we actually verify it, match it out with the transaction. So let's talk about some front office, because this session is dedicatedly that we are going to record for only front office activities, how front office activities works. So first, to understand the roles and responsibility of front office job, you should first assume it the role. It means, let's say investor, let's say you're an investor or fund manager, let's say, and now you're at a very pre-stage of that trade analysis or maybe research part, like so how you can do some research and find out investment opportunity or trading opportunity or swing opportunity, so that you can place trades. So now means we have one very practical example. So if I talk about today, let's say here we have an example, which is HAL. It means Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, which is a defense stocks, and now there is a news which is came out. HAL gets rupees 65,000 crore, which is order details, tender for 97 more Tejas Mark A1 fighter jets. So basically, Indian defense ministries and approved order to this particular HAL. So HAL will design helicopters for them. So basically here, so now my point is, if I talk about 65,000 crore, it's a huge amount, and if I, let's say, get that amount to the HAL, so the revenue will increase, the profit will increase, their company's entire valuation will increase. So eventually on Monday, I'm recording this video. If you see the date, I'm recording this video today, means Saturday. On Monday, this stock will open at a gap up. So as a fund manager or as an investor or a trader, I'll find this opportunity for let's say swing. How swing, or let's say how I can find or how I can see this comes under your basically fundamental analysis, because the HAL is which is fundamentally very strong stock. So another research that I'll quickly perform it, which is technical analysis. So now let's talk about some technical analysis. Technical analysis, it means I'll see the chart. So you have my the chart in front of you guys. If you see on chart also, which I can see breakdown here clearly. But apart from breakdown, here also if you see a small breakdown which I have seen, which is this one. So previously the stock which was made a high of 3,400, and then again I have seen some downfall in the stock price, but again it was supported, which is at 2,800 around, but it was there around 2,900, and hereafter the stock price bounced back. But here I can see clearly breakout, and tomorrow also might see stock can open at which is 3,800 or maybe 3,500 or 600. All right. So here let's say this as per this research. So if I let's say made my decision that I want to buy some stocks in this particular let's say particular stocks, because I have, as I said, I have a news, I have even done some sort of technical research, and my technical research says yes, you can buy this particular stock for maybe 5% or 10% gain. Let's say if I now consider this that I want to buy these stocks, then quickly what I'll do, I'll go to my here stock list. I'll select the stocks which is HAL, select the even stock market as well, which is NSE, and then I'll click on buy. So now I'll buy that particular stock. So whatever quantity would be. So you have options. One is margin funding, intraday delivery. Let's say I'm gonna buy this as a delivery stocks. Then I'll select the one stocks quantity. Always limit the price. I'll discuss that all of these features maybe next session, not now. Then you can select the quantity. You should have funding available, which is the funding requirement is 3,600, and then I'll now place the trade. See, now my order will send out to the stock exchange. So go to the again order book, see the order, whatever order that I have placed. All right, now I don't think so it will allow me to log in, but anyways, so that was the process basically I wanted to give it to you. So now my order sent to the NSE through broker. See, my broker is ICICI Direct, and order now I have sent it through broker to the NSE floor, or you can say stock exchange floor, and there the sub brokers or you can say like the persons or analysts who are working on that floor of stock exchange, now they'll take care of this request. They'll match this order, and then because I'm a buyer in this case, so my order will match with seller, and that order will execute on stock exchange. So this is how exactly process works. So here I have drawn something for you guys, so how that process works. So let's talk about process. Let's say here you are at here, and as investors, of course, you will always place some trades. So if I talk about now trades, your job would be to evaluate, analysis, and place that order. So once you place buy or sell order, so let's say your broker is Zerodha, then that order will receive to the Zerodha's desk. So Zerodha will pass that order to the stock exchange. The person who is at the floor of that stock exchange as a broker, that person will evaluate and pass out or send that order to the specialist or analyst, I would say, who is working as analyst with NSE. So that person will match your buy versus sell, or sell versus buy, whatever orders that you have, that person will match it. For example, let's say buy quantity is 100 and price is 20 rupees per shares. So same also here also you would see quantity is 100 and price is 20 rupees per shares. So that order basically it will match. So once the order is matched, then it will announce that yes, your trade has been executed successfully. And here see, from a buy perspective, always buy means that analyst will priority to to buy your securities at highest bid, and at the time of sell, priority would be to sell that at lowest price, whatever quotations which are available on their stock market screen. And that's why, to avoid this, see, as an investor always we try to sell the securities at higher price, and whenever we buy the securities always we target to buy the securities at lowest price. So we should understand that. So when we select price, we should always select limit price. Limit price, it means you can quote that price within a range, so that you can avoid this price issue. Otherwise, buyer will always, if you put a request, then buyer that analyst will try to buy your securities at higher price, so that may lead to increase your cost as well. So this is how your front office roles and responsibilities come into picture. See, front office roles and responsibilities work at a very different way. If you work at, let's say, broker, then your role would be to cross verify the customers accounts, check the orders, check the failed trades, fix the trades, update the book, reach out to the stock exchange broker. So that responsibilities comes under your job. If I talk about fund accountant, see, at a fund accounting level, your front office activities, it means research, placing trades as per the instructions of fund manager, or work with fund manager, book the trades, execute the trades, buy, sell, short. So whatever instructions will receive to you, basically, so you will have to buy and sell it. If I talk about, let's say, at a bank level, your main job would be to cross verify funding versus whatever trades has been executed in the market, so that you can cross verify and approve the funding. Same if I talk about clearing agents. So clearing agent basically help as a, if you work at clearing agent, so your main responsibility would be to cross verify buyers and sellers instructions and update that information on clearing agents platform, so that buyer and seller, they can cross verify, or they can fetch or capture the details, and they will also reach out to you as well if they need any additional information. So it means, see, this same information which will work at a very different level, same information, it can be used for a regulatory reporting also. Under hedge fund, to reporting of each transaction is also mandate. Under mutual fund, reporting of this each transaction along with the IDs, QCIP, ISIN, trade date, settlement date, quantity, price, and everything which needs to be reported out to the regulator, which is again mandate. So it means same information which can have a multiple or a different roles and responsibilities at a different departments, or I would say at a different organization. I hope now you got this idea about how front office that works. That means how the front office team or they manage their works. See, front office in short is nothing about, it is all about doing research or finding curative stocks or financial instruments, do some analysis. It can be technical or fundamental, and then accordingly place trades in the books of account or books of system, I would say. All right, so this is how your front office teams works. So I'm done with this front office session. If you like this initiative, I would request you to please click on like button and share this content with others. And yes, if you are looking for any live trainings of hedge funds, private equity, or real estate funds, then reach out to us, because our expert team will take you through the all dummy examples which we have prepared for a live funds, hedge funds, and private equity, so that will help you to understand that process in details. All right, so if you're looking for the same, then I would say check the description. We have already posted our number, and reach out to us for further details. Thank you very much for watching this. We'll see you in another session. Thank you.